嗨，亲爱的朋友们，欢迎回到第6天 Welcome back to day 6。 那在第5天的时候呢，我们已经开始了重新建立自己的自尊、自信和自爱。那今天 day 6， 我们来做当中最重要的一步，就是释放我们内心那个喜欢批评自己的小恶魔。Releasing your inner critic， 每个人心中呢，其实都有一个小小的批评家。So today, you'll learn to break the habit of judgment and self-criticism, and to go beyond the need to put yourself down. Look in your mirror today and take a few moments to congratulate yourself. You are beginning to love and approve of yourself.Or at least to be willing to do so. Wherever you are in the process, celebrate the process you have made so far. I celebrate you and your commitment to your mirror work. I sincerely do. The more mirror work you do, the more aware of your self-talk you become. If I asked you to play a tape of your inner dialogue today,What would it sound like? Would you be listening to negative affirmations like, I am so stupid, I am such a klutz, nobody asks me what I think, why are there so many inconsiderate people? Is your inner voice constantly picking at everything? Are you seeing the world through critical eyes? Do you judge everything?Do you stand in self-righteousness? So many of us have such a strong habit of judgment and criticism that we cannot easily break it. I used to be a constant complainer, full of self-pity. I loved to wallow in the pits. I didn't know that I was perpetrating situations in which to pity myself. I didn't know any better in those days.It's so important to do your mirror work because it makes you acutely aware of judgments and negative self-talk and allows you to release your inner critic as soon as you can. You will never be able to love yourself until you go beyond the need to put yourself down and make life wrong. As a little baby, you were so open to life.You looked at the world with eyes of wonder. Unless something was scary or someone harmed you, you accepted life just as it was. Later, as you grew up, you began to accept the opinions of others and make them your own. You learned how to criticize. What helped me eventually was that I started to listen to what I was saying.I became aware of my inner critic, and I worked to stop my self-criticism. I began to say positive affirmations in front of my mirror without quite knowing what they meant. I just kept saying them over and over again. I started with the easy ones. I love myself. I approve of myself. Then I graduated to these.My opinions are valued. I release the need to criticize myself. I release the need to criticize others. After a while, I started noticing that positive changes were beginning to take place. When you work on releasing your inner critic, you too will begin to notice changes. I believe that criticism shrivels our spirits.It reinforces the belief I am not good enough. It certainly doesn't bring out the best in us. But when you release the inner critic, you get in touch with your higher self. So, let's check. Are you learning to play a tape of positive affirmations in your mind? Are you paying attention to your thoughts and replacing negative thoughts with positive affirmations?By doing mirror work, you will become more aware of your inner voice and what to say to yourself. Then you will be able to release the need to pick on yourself all the time. And when you do, you will notice that you no longer criticize others so much. When you make it okay to be yourself, then you automatically allow others to be themselves. Their little habits no longer bother you as much. You release the need to change others as you want them to be. Then, as you stop judging others, they release the need to judge you. Everyone gets to be free. Our feelings are thoughts in action. There's no need to feel any guilt or shame about them. They serve a purpose. And when you release negative thoughts from your mind and your body, you allow space inside for other, more positive feelings and experiences. So let's affirm, it is now safe for me to release my inner critic and move into love. So therefore, we start our day 6 mirror work exercise. So first, find a quiet place with a mirror where you will feel safe and where you won't be disturbed. Look into the mirror. Look straight into your eyes. If you are still uncomfortable doing this, then concentrate on your mouth or your nose. Talk to your inner child. Your inner child wants to grow and blossom and needs love, acceptance, and praise. Now say these affirmations. I love you. I love you. And I know you are doing the best you can. You are perfect just as you are. I approve of you. Let's repeat. I love you. I love you. And I know you are doing the best you can. You are perfect just as you are. I approve of you. I love you unconditionally. You may want to do this exercise several times before you truly feel that your inner voice is less critical. Do what feels right for you. The power is within you, your day 6 journaling exercise. So step 1, make a list of 5 things you criticize yourself for. Is it your ability to make money? Is it that you're ashamed of your body? Is it that you think you become super awkward with other people? Is it that you think you are unattractive? And then go down the list, and beside each item, write down the date on which you began to criticize yourself for this particular thing. If you can't remember the exact date, just approximate. And then, are you amazed at how long you've been picking on yourself? This habit of self-criticism has not produced any positive changes, has it? Criticism doesn't work. It only makes you feel bad. So be willing to stop it. Change each of the 5 criticisms on your list to a positive affirmation. And then carry this list with you. When you notice yourself being judgmental, take out the list of affirmations and read it a few times. Better yet, read it aloud in front of your mirror. Your heart thought for day 6, I love and accept myself exactly as I am. We all have areas of our life that we think are unacceptable and unlovable. If we are really angry with parts of ourselves, we often engage in self-abuse. We abuse alcohol, drugs, or cigarettes. We overeat. We beat ourselves up emotionally. One of the worst things we do, which causes more damage than anything else, is criticize ourselves. we need to stop all criticism. Once we get into the habit of not criticizing ourselves, it's amazing how we stop criticizing other people. We realize that everyone is a reflection of us, and what we see in another person, we can see in ourselves. When we complain about someone, we are really complaining about ourselves. When we can truly love and accept who we are, there's nothing to complain about. We cannot hurt ourselves, and we cannot hurt another person. Let's make a vow that we will no longer criticize ourselves for anything. We will no longer criticize ourselves for anything, because criticism doesn't change anything. It only gives you a bad feeling. Your day 6 meditation, we are free to be ourselves. In order to be whole, we must accept all of ourselves. So let your heart open and make plenty of room in there for all parts of yourself. The parts you are proud of, the parts that embarrass you, the parts you reject, and the parts that you love. They are all you. You are beautiful, and we all are. And when your heart is full of love for yourself, then you have so much to share with others. Sorry that I am tearing up a little bit when I am reading this paragraph. When she says that you are beautiful and we all are, and when your heart is full of love for yourself, then you have so much to share with others. I mean, that is so true. When you stop criticizing yourself, you really just give up the habit of being judgmental, and suddenly everyone around you, everything in this world seems so adorable. And you will see the wonders around you, and it's just amazing. Yeah. So I really wish that someone of you out there listening to this tape would have the same feeling as I do, that you have been practicing what the book You Can Heal Your Life teaches us. And then you start reading this book, Mirror Work, and you will suddenly see all the dots starting to connect with each other, and you just become so aware of what you think and how your thoughts formed your life and how long you have been criticizing yourself. And you realize that now, today is a new day, and from today is a new opportunity for you to love yourself a little bit more. And the universe has your back. Okay, so now let's continue. Let this love now fill your room and radiate out to all the people you know. Mentally put the people you care about in the center of your room so that they can receive the love from your overflowing heart. Now, see the child in each of these people dancing as children dance, skipping and shouting and turning, and cartwheels filled with joy, expressing all the best of the child within. And let your inner child go and play with the other children. Let your child dance. Let your child feel safe and free. Let your child be all that it ever wanted to be. You are perfect, whole, and complete. And all is well in your wonderful world. And so it is. Today's chapter ends here. And I must say, out of the 4 most damaging negative thoughts, I suffered the most from the criticism column. Maybe the reason is I have a critical mom. During grow up, I was told to do what I need to do instead of what I want to do. Okay, it's always I need to put what I should do on top of my list instead of what I really want to do. And this self-forcing discipline can make myself feel really shitty sometimes about myself. It's like either I don't have control about my behaviors or I have really bad time management skills, or that I don't have enough mind power to control myself. I don't have enough self-discipline. I don't have strong willpower and all of that. And I criticize myself. I think for my body, I started to doing that when I was really, really young. Like when I was in maybe high school, I was just a chubby girl. And if I count that, well, it has been 13, 14 years since I was doing that. I was always, admiring those skinny girls or this long and lean legs and flat belly. And since I have, some criticism going on and on, but I never realized it until I read this book. And then I realized, wow, that criticism, it just doesn't work. And to make my life work and to make myself happy, I really need to reorganize my priorities. Because if I constantly going after what I should do, it's against my human nature. I mean, as a free heart, I am allowed to do what I want to do, and that's the basis of life. Yeah. So, and I also criticized myself for my ability, and I think that I don't do it well enough, or I don't really dare to charge the right amount of money for my working time, because I just feel so intimidated when I need to give an estimate on my value. And I always put myself on this passive spot that, maybe I shouldn't charge this much, or I don't know if I can. And what if, and I came up with all these worst possible scenarios that could probably never happen. And I'm done with selling myself short. Yeah. And I know that after I release my inner critic, all of this will be disappeared. All of this nonsense going on in my heart saying that I'm not good enough, or comparing myself with other people, or think that I should do this or I should do that. I mean, in the end, we are just all having our own journeys individually, and there's really no need to compare the unique myself or yourself to anyone out there. We are just all so different. So release your inner critic from today. Every time you look into the mirror, try to say something, try to kiss yourself. Think yourself as a dumb little baby, so cute with your chubby thighs, with your round cheeks, with your bright and brilliant eyes. And every day you wake up with joy and expectations about how wonderful today will turn out to be. And that's just beautiful. So whoever is listening to this, my self-talk, I know that you are one of the fewest people who can understand me and relate to me on this level. And I do appreciate that. Let me know if you are listening to this and you could understand this. Try to reach me on my WeChat. I want to know what you think, and maybe we can have a more private dialogue about mirror work and, share our progress on how much we've learned and grow with the help of Louise Hay. I mean, she's passed away, but she left a whole lot of knowledge and wisdom for us to better ourselves in the way that, to me, I think she is the best. She is like the gateway for me to get in touch with my inner child, with the better part of myself, with the more loving side of myself. If you listen until here and you want to talk with me privately, we can have a call, a chat, a WeChat. Okay, that's it. I will be seeing you in the day 7 exercise. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Tell yourself that too. Bye.